Welcome to Nabeel Math Academy. This is Dr. Mohammed Nabeel. In this video, we are going to discuss about the vectors in the two dimension. So first of all, we have to discuss about the scalar and the vector. What is the difference between the scalar and vector? In a scalar have only a magnitude, whereas the vector we have a magnitude as well as a direction. So this is an example. You have the speed we will consider as a scalar, whereas the vector is a velocity. It will include the direction. Now, first of all, the general introduction of the vector is the starting point. We call it this one as a initial point of the vector, and this is the terminal point of the vector. This is a vector v. This is a vector v. So we can add the vector, we can subtract the vector. This is a geometrical representation of the addition of the vector. If you have a u and v, this is the u plus v we can add. And similarly, if you have a u vector and v vector, we can add u plus v by joining these two. This is the same direction we have. This is the same direction we have. So it is a v, this is u. So it is the diagonal will be u plus v. Now how will you subtract this one? So here, this is the same direction. We will have it here. This is the u, but this is the opposite direction. We have, this is minus v. Therefore, this will be u minus v, right? So u minus v. Now, here we have a vector u. This is a half of this vector. We call it just one as a 1 by 2 u. And here, this is a multiple by 2. It is a multiple of a scalar multiplication of a vector. And here, this is the direction opposite. It is minus u. And this is minus 2u. The length is also double and it is in the opposite direction. Now, the first here, the vector, how will you write it in the vector in the coordinate plane? So this is the initial point and this is the terminal point, and this is the a1 is the length in the x-axis, a2 is the length in the y-axis. So any vector can be written as a1 comma a2, or we can write it as a1i plus a2j, since we are dealing with the two dimension I and j. Is it clear? Now we will take it this one as a magnitude. What is the magnitude of the vector? So magnitude of the vector, or we can say the magnitude is equal square root of a1 square plus a2 square. That is the coefficient of I and the coefficient of j. So we will take it square it. Now if you have a 2 points, how will you find the vector? So we will take the distance formula. If 2 points are given, how will you find the vector? So it is nothing but the x2 minus x1. So this is the difference between x2 minus x1. Then y2 minus y1. So see, this is the same formula as a distance. So y2 minus y1. So this is all about the formulas we will take it. So if 2 points are given, we will find it the vector in this format. Now how will you add the two vector if the two vectors is given like this? Here I will add the x coordinate, that is a1 plus b1. Then it is a2 plus b2. And if you subtract, it is what? a1 minus b1, a2 minus b2. So this is the addition and subtraction of the vector. So we will start the problem related to these formulas. So what are the first one here? It is given. This is the initial and the terminal point. I have to find the vector. So this is the initial and terminal point. This is actually, it is given what? The point x1, y1, x2, y2. Just now we have taken, in order to find it, the 2 points are given. How will you find the vector? It is the distance formula. This is x2 minus x1, which is, I write it the formula x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1. Now, if you apply the rule, it become what? 3 minus of minus. We have the formula minus, minus 2 minus of minus plus 3 plus 2, comma, then 7 minus 5. So it can be written as 5 comma 2. This is a vector form you can write, or the same thing you can write it in the ij, in terms of ij, 5i plus 2j. Both are right. Both are correct. Now the next one here, before the 2 points are given, we will find it the vector. See, this is the initial point and the terminal point is given. We will find it the vector. So this is the case. Whereas in this case, in this problem, vector is given. Vector is given and the initial point is given. So we have to find it the terminal point. This is the same story. We will write it again. So what we'll do it here. There is a two methods we can do it by using the graph, by using the vector. First of all, we will go with the vectors here. See, vector formula is what? X2 minus x1 comma y2 minus y1. So this one is my x1 y1 x1 y1 and I have to find it the terminal point, the last point, which is the x2 y2. Now if you apply the what are the given, the vector is given 3 comma 7. Next x2 I don't know, I have to find, minus x1 which is 2, y2 which is I have to find it, minus y1 which is equal 4. Here you have 4. Now compare it. So what is the compare here? 3 equal x minus 2. Move it other side. It become what? X2 equal 5. Next, 7 is equal. Compare the y coordinate. So you will have what? Y2 minus 4. Now move this on other side. It become what? 11. Y2 equal 11. So the point is 5 comma 11. Now how will you find it from the graph? See, this is a very easy. Now I will start with the initial vector. What is the initial vector, initial point? 2 comma 4. It will be here. 2 comma 4 it will be here. And what is the vector says? It is 3 unit in the x direction. 3 unit in the x direction. So this is 1, 2, 3 here at 5. And 7 unit in the y direction. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 6 and this is 7. 7. So I join the point. So this is the vector. This is the initial point and this is the terminal point, the last point. What are the points you have from the graph? This is 5 comma 11. 5 comma 11. This is what we will get it from this one. Either you can go with the graph or this method. Both are same. You will find it the vector. Now the next one is the magnitude. I have to find it the magnitude of the vectors. So this is a magnitude u. I am taking the square root of 2 square plus minus 3 square. So it is 4 plus 9 which is root 13. The next one, v is equal square root of 5 square plus 0 square 25 upon taking root you will get 5. Then you will have a fraction here. The same story we will repeat. The magnitude of w vector is given by 9 over 25 plus 16 over 25. So if you add, it becomes 25 over 25 which is equal 1. The magnitude is 1. Now here we have to add the addition of a vector and the subtraction of the two vectors. So u and the v is the two vector. I have to find it the values here. So we have to add the vector here. So how will you add the vector, two vectors? So u plus v. I have to add the u plus v. Just I write it 2 comma minus 3 plus minus 1 comma 2. So when you add these two vector, add with the corresponding terms. So 2 minus 1 which is 1 comma 3 minus 3 plus 2 which is equal minus 1. So here it is asking only the vector. If it is asking the magnitude, we will do it the magnitude. Otherwise no need. Then subtraction of the vector. So I will write it the vector minus here minus 1 comma 2. When you write it 2 minus of minus it becomes plus, it becomes 3. Minus 3 minus 2 which is minus 5. So this is the subtraction of the vector. Now here we have to multiply the scalar 2 with the only u. So 2 times of 2 comma minus 3. I can multiply this one is equal 4 minus 6. That's it. So you can write it the same notation as 2 into 2y minus 3j. So this is the same notation. Here we are writing in terms of bracket form the vector. Here it is in the ij form. That's it. So it is the same rule. When you multiply, it becomes what? 4 minus 6j. Now here, therefore, first you have to multiply, then you have to do it, right? So first I multiply by 2 by u. So it is 4 comma minus 6. Then minus 3 I have to multiply with the v vector, minus 3 comma 6. Now when you add it, these two vector, it is what? 4 minus of minus plus 7 comma. Then minus 6 minus 12. That's it. Now the same vector I have to add 4 comma 6. Already we have calculated, minus 3 comma 6. When you add, it become what? 1. 4 minus 3, 1. 12 plus 12, which is equal 6 plus 6 minus 6. This is minus 6 and plus 6. It becomes 0. So this is the vector. Here there is no magnitude is asking. We will find it only the vector. Now here it is asking write. This is a two vector is given, but you have to write it this final answer in terms of ij, not in the bracket form. Let us calculate. So first of all, I will calculate 2u plus 5v, 5v. So it becomes 2 times. If you multiply with the 2, you will get what? This is 6i plus 4j. Now when I multiply the 5 with the v, what will you get? Minus 5i plus 30j. Now when you add it this part, it becomes I with the I. It becomes I. 6i minus j, which is I. Then the next one, it is what? 34j. Since the question is asking you have to write it in the form of ij format, you have to leave it up to this. Now the next one is the magnitude of the vector. You have to take all this one magnitude. What is the vector? This is a two vector is given u and v. Then you have to find it this one. Square root of minus 2 square plus 3 square, which is equal square root of 4 plus 9. It is square root of 30. Now v vector 1 plus minus 2 square, which is equal square root of 1 plus 4, which is root 5. So this is the magnitude of v. Now first of all, I have to calculate that 2u. After that, I have to take the magnitude, right? So first of all, I will calculate 2u. What is 2u? 2u is nothing but minus 4i plus 6j. When you take the magnitude, it is equal to square root of 16. The minus become plus. And 36. It is equal 52. 52. You can further simplify as 4 into 13. You can take it the 4 outside. It becomes what? 2 root 13. This is a simplify. Now here I have to write it half. Multiply the half with the v. So 1 over 2i minus 2 with the 2 cancel, you will get j. So this is the 1 over 2v. Now I have to take the magnitude. Square root of 1 over 4 plus 1. It become plus. Because minus 1 whole square. Right? It become plus. So 1 plus 1 over 4. It is equal to square root of 5 over 4. 5 over 4. If you simplify, it become what? Root 5 over 2. Now first of all, I have to add the vector u plus v. After that, I have to take the magnitude. So first of all, I will calculate u plus v. What is u plus v? Add it. Minus 2 plus 1 minus I. 3 minus 2j, which is equal plus j. Now the magnitude is equal square root of 1 square 1 square. Is it right? It is square root of 2. Clear? The next, I have to subtract first. What is the subtraction? U minus V means what? Minus 2 minus I, which is minus 3j. Then 3 minus of minus, it become plus 5j. 3i plus 5j. Now the magnitude. I will take the magnitude now. It is equal square root of minus 3 square 9. 25, that is a 5 square equal 34. Then here, what is the difference between this one? Here you have to add it, then you have to take magnitude. But here the separate, you have to take the magnitude of this one first, this one second, then you have to separate. Already we have calculated this one here. What is the magnitude? U. This is equal root 13 minus what is the magnitude V, which is equal root 5. So we cannot simplify this one, leave it as it is. Now the last part of this topic, which is horizontal and vertical component. I have to find it. The vector is given. I have to find the horizontal vertical. What do you mean by horizontal component? This is a V cosine theta. That is a A1, the horizontal component. What about the vertical component? The magnitude V into sine theta. And here this is a magnitude. Magnitude is nothing but the absolute V, which is equal square root of A1 square plus A2 square. And the direction is given by tan inverse of B over A2 over A1. A2 over A1. So this is the horizontal component and vertical. This is the vertical component, vertical, and this one is the horizontal. The question is here vector is not given. We have to find it at the last. This A1 and A2 on the vector. A1 and A2 are the vector. If 2 points are given, we will separate it by using this rule. If 2 points are given, we will separate, we will find it the vector. But if the angle and magnitude is given, we will use this rule to find it the vector. See the question. Here there is no point. The point is not given. But here the length. What do you mean by length? Magnitude V equal 8. And this is the theta value is given. This is the theta, which is the angle defined. Now I will calculate first one. What is the first one here? So A1 is equal magnitude V cosine theta. Magnitude V is 8 cosine 330 pi over 3. Pi over 3 is nothing but 60. So what is cosine 60? Half. If you cancel, you will get 4. So this is the horizontal component. Now the next one, vertical component. A2 equal magnitude V sine theta. When I substitute, it becomes 8 sine pi over 3. Pi over 3 is what? It is root 3 over 2. Sine 60. It is 4. So 4 root 3. So since the question is asking here what? Horizontal and vertical component. This is the horizontal component A1. This is the vertical component A2. If the question is asking the vector, I will write it like this. Vector is equal A1 comma A2, which is equal what? 4 comma 4 root 3. Since it is given the horizontal vertical, stop here. If the question asks the vector, then you have to do. Now here vector is given, you have to find it the angle. So what is the angle between the vectors? So this is a vector is given. So A1, A2. So what is the rule? Theta is equal tan inverse A2 over A1. So just substitute the value. You will get what? 1 over minus root 3. It is equal minus 30. Sahih? Now this is, I will write it as it is. Theta is equal minus pi over 6. Or you can separate with the 2 pi. You will get here pi minus pi over 6, which is equal 5 pi over 6. So this is in the positive. So it is the same thing, but the direction is different, right? So I will find it the same thing. The theta value is different. So A1 is equal magnitude V. This is the cosine 120. And A2 magnitude V sine 120. So how will you find this one? This is 50 as it is. But here it is second quadrant. It is in the second quadrant. All STC. Subtract with 180. Right? And this is minus cosine negative half minus half. So I will write it, this one is equal 25 minus 25. So answer will be minus 25. What about the vertical component? It is 50 as it is, but here it is in the second quadrant. Sign is positive, sine 60. If you subtract with 180, positive, since it is the second quadrant, it is sign is positive here. Now what is the answer here? 550 root 3 over 2. So if you cancel, it becomes 25 root 3. This is the vertical component. Now here the vector is given, you have to find it both the magnitude and direction. This is just opposite. Before, here magnitude direction given, we are finding the horizontal, vertical and the vector, right? Now we will find it the reverse, the magnitude and direction. It's very easy. See, so I will tell the magnitude, which is equal here what? 9 plus 16 square, which is equal 3 square plus 4 square. This one, which is equal 5. Then theta, tan theta equal a2 divided by a1. So what is a2, a1? A1, a2. So this is 4 over 3. So if you take a tan inverse, it is tan inverse of 4 over 3. So keep it as it is. We cannot find it this one without calculator, and this is not in the schedule. Leave it as it is. Thank you.